Today I am changing the exhaust for a Brabus exhaust with 2 pipes, which also means changing the entire lower bumper. It's finally a spring day here in New Jersey, so it's warm enough to work on it. So removing all this and replacing it with this. On top of the old Jeep is the original Brabus sports exhaust, and there's also a sports catalytic converter somewhere up there, made in Italy, for the Smart 453, and I have a 2017 Passion Cabrio. I have no idea how to do this, so I'll just start slowly, find all the torque screws, get it all taken out, and I'll keep you posted on the progress. So remove these, they're all T20 from underneath here and in the wheel arches, and remove these, they are T25 from in here. My phone cut out, sorry, but once the T20 screws or torque screws are out from the lower bumper, these in here, it's hard to see, there are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those, the T25s, take those out, and then you can just basically lift out the lower part of the full rear bumper. Okay, it's off, and it was a matter of gently pulling. You'll see there are some holes here, like clips that go into here, so gently pry it out, pull it a little outwards and then down, and it's off. And now that it's completely off, I'm going to take off this inner steel bumper here, and these are just 16 millimeters, so just a matter of getting those out, taking this off, and I have full access to both the catalytic converter in here and the exhaust. Shouldn't take long. In order to get the heat shield off the catalytic converter, it's a 10 millimeter. To take off the bolt here, there, and in here. The only thing that's not really plug and play about this is that the old original exhaust has one hanger here, or one bracket to hang the exhaust, and one over here. The Brabus has a third one, I believe, right here in the middle. So I managed to find the missing bracket here, or the hanger, and I believe it's supposed to be mounted somewhere in here. But I'll get back to you once the original exhaust is off, to get some more clearance and some more space. And here's the Brabus exhaust. You'll see there's here for the one hanger, there's also one here in the middle, which the original didn't have, and then one over there, and it's the dual tip one. Now this is completely fake, of course. The holes are actually at the bottom, so not sure why they didn't fix that the right way. But anyway, it looks, I'm not sure the sound is that much better, but it will definitely look much better than the stock exhaust. And over there is the sports catalytic converter from Nico Racing in Italy. And it looks like this here. Again, comes with the hanger here and the holes for the sensors and everything. So it's going to look nice, and here it'll probably sound nice. That one here combined with that exhaust will probably make a difference in the sound. The exhaust itself is connected to the catalytic converter with this clamp here. It was pretty stuck. It's held in with a nut here. But once I got that off, gave it a good whack here with a hammer, and it became loose. So now this one is spinning here. Can take out the bolt, and this can probably be expanded a little, get it off, and then you can basically hook off the exhaust from the catalytic converter. Obviously you need to take the exhaust hangers off here. This clamp here is a bit of a pain. It's screwed in here with that bolt and nut I took out earlier, and it's so tight that actually expanding it to get it off here is kind of an issue. Now, if you have a tool that can sort of press the 2 pieces apart, that would help. I don't, so I've been using just 2 like tongs to like pull them apart. I believe I've gotten it enough off here. You can see there's clearance, so I can lift this off now. And these here, pull them out gently. They're already loose now, and the other one here, I'm going to start pulling it out. and I believe the whole exhaust will then come down. And there you have it, one exhaust out of the Smart 453. One old exhaust. It's not really old, it's less than a year old, so that also helps doing these upgrades because nothing is rusty yet. So next step is to get the the new hanger bracket, so to speak, mounted there, and get all of this this heat shield off and install the new catalytic converter. If you don't install the new catalytic converter, you're basically done now. Just mount the extra hanger there, put the new exhaust back on, and you're done. And since I'm not gonna be reusing the original heat shield, because this new one here doesn't have the same brackets as the old one, you can see there, they don't have, this one doesn't have it. I'm gonna be wrapping it in this exhaust tape, which can take the heat, make this nice and warm, and keep the heat away from the surrounding areas instead. So I've covered the catalytic converter in this exhaust tape. The tape came with these metal bands, so you can tighten it up. And I'm just gonna use a clipper here and snap these off, and then put it back in. In order to get the entire heat shield off here, of course, you need the lambda sensors and whatever else is here off as well. And this one is a 22mm, and it's really just a matter of unscrewing it, plugging it out, and I believe you can then lift off the full heat shield and get access to the catalytic converter. I've just quickly aligned the mounts here with that one and that one over here, and it looks like this one here in the middle will hang right around here. So I think this will probably go up like that, and in here this will fit, so you can see that these two are aligned, and this hanger here will fit right there. I'm just loosely fitting this to see how this bracket in the middle is aligned, because you can see it down there. So, and I actually unscrewed this part of the subframe here because I thought it was going to go in there, but I just don't see how that's going to happen. So I'm sure I'll figure this out. I'll post it once I cracked it. This third hanger or bracket, really, to hang right here in the middle, is seriously causing me some issues. Took everything out here, dropped down the suspension arms here, and there's no way I can get this in there. There are some metal bushings that are pushed in, and I cannot push them out myself. So I am gonna improvise the shit out of this. I'm gonna actually cut off, let's see here, sorry guys. I am gonna cut off here, this whole piece here, basically, so I just have this bracket here, lying down here, without this cylinder shape here. And I'm gonna mount it on the back here, where it actually is supposed to be. So I think it will be in the same place as if it was in here. Not exactly the right way to do things, but hey, I don't even know if this arm here may be different than the Brabus version, which is actually why this one doesn't fit correctly here. So yes, improvising, cutting it off with an angle grinder, and then I can continue. So improvisation done. Here it is, cut off. Took my angle grinder with a cutting disc and then a grinder disc to make it even, which means that now I can mount it back here the way I think it was supposed to be mounted, and if not, hey, it'll do the job. It is actually running now. Hooked everything up, got the bracket down there secured. And the other ones, this last one is connected to the soft converter and everything else, and it's running. Got a little more throaty sound, so that's cool. Can't wait to take it out on the road. back on. I do think it is not that even, but I noticed that the hanger or the rubber thing to hang the exhaust over this side is very stretched. If I can get one that's maybe just a little bit longer, I think it will slide down a little. So I'm going to look into that maybe next week or something. But it's definitely on now, and even though it looks like it's not actually touching if you go down. And who cares, because no exhaust is coming out of these two. It's coming out underneath of the exhaust system. So super cool, much better look now than before, and I'm very pleased with both the look and the sound.